Good day to everyone, and in this video we will see the reactive power things related to alternator. Okay, so this is a very nice discussion, and we will cover everything related to reactive power. Okay, so just be with me and do the things. Okay, so yeah, so reactive power. Okay, reactive power in alternators. So reactive power in alternator, we are saying, see, for the alternator you have to consider two equations. That is, for the real power you consider your P out, and for reactive power also you consider your Q out, whereas in the case of the synchronous motor you consider the equations of P input and Q input. Okay, so in this video I will be discussing about the alternator, and we will see the Q out equation. So Q out equation, you must remember this. It is EV by X cos delta, okay, minus V square by X. Okay, so you can also write it down as V by X E cos delta minus V. Okay, so now see, okay, so now let us talk about the conventions. See, these conventions are valid for any discussion regarding reactive power. Conventions of reactive power, wherever there is reactive power, these conventions will hold. Okay, so you don't have to worry. So that is, a Q less than 0 implies leading reactive power. Okay, Q greater than 0 implies lagging reactive power. Okay, and the direction of current in the element, or you can say through the element, or better will be across the element, defines whether it is absorbing or delivering reactive power. Okay, so these are the same conventions as we use in the real power case. Okay, so now let us see the generator. Okay, so just a brief discussion and then we will return to this equation. So in alternator, okay, so alternator is, that is, its function is to provide current. It supplies current. Okay, supplies current. Okay, uh, so it's like this, and it is supplying current. Okay, okay, so this is the thing. So this way it means that it is delivering power. Okay, but in the case of motor, it absorbs current. Okay, so that means it is absorbing power. Okay, and now your Q less than 0 and Q greater than 0 determines whether it is absorbing or delivering leading or lagging reactive power. In the case of generator, whether it is delivering leading or lagging reactive power, that will be defined by your Q sign. Okay, so that Q sign we will derive using this equation. And you must also remember that this equation is an approximate, where you have neglected your armature resistances. Okay, so that is the thing. Now let us move to this equation. Okay, so see, now let us see the case 1. Okay, in the case 1 we can say that your E cos delta is greater than V. So this implies your Q will be greater than 0. So Q positive means lagging Q. Now generator is what? It delivers current. That is, so it is, now in this case your generator delivers lagging Q. Okay, and we say that this time your generator is in overexcited case. generator is overexcited. Okay, now we can also say that delivering lagging Q means that absorbing leading Q. Okay, and you must always remember that your capacitor delivers lagging Q. Okay, so this means your alternator is acting like a capacitor in when your E cos delta is greater than V. Okay, so that is also a point. So this is all about the discussion of the case 1. Okay, now let us move to the case 2. Okay, so in case 2 you have your E cos delta equal to V. So this means your Q is equal to 0. Okay, so the generator is neither delivering any lagging Q or nor absorbing any lagging Q or nor delivering any leading Q. Okay, so your Q is 0. So this means your generator is at UPF. Okay, and here in this case your generator is at what? Leading. Is it delivering lagging Q? Okay, so it is at lagging power factor. Okay, so that is very important. Okay, if the Q is lagging, then it means that your lagging power factor. If your Q is leading, then it is your leading power factor. Okay, that also you should remember. Now your case 3 is when your E cos delta less than V. So this implies your Q less than 0. Q negative means implies leading Q, and it is a generator, so it is delivering leading Q. Okay, so it means it is absorbing lagging Q. So it means it is acting like inductor, because inductor absorbs lagging Q. And since Q less than 0, leading Q, so this means that leading power factor. Okay, so this thing you should always remember, and this way you can analyze any equation or anything. Okay, if you just remember the main equation, that Q out is equal to V by X into E cos delta minus V. Okay, so you can derive these 3 cases and you don't need to mug up. Okay, and you will never be able to mug up this. Okay, so what thing you have to remember is, I am repeating, that your Q greater than 0 implies lagging reactive power, Q less than 0 implies leading reactive power. If they are, and your power factor will be according to your reactive powers. Okay, if it is leading Q, then your power factor will be leading. If it is lagging Q, then your power factor will be lagging. And when your Q is 0, then your power factor will be UPF. Okay,